running till I barely feel my feet. Wanna see it through my own eyes. There's no going back, and I'm not afraid anymore. Cause I know I'm gonna be the last one standing. Yeah, I'm not afraid anymore. Yeah, I don't wanna wait anymore. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes. I'll run blind straight into the flames. Watch me burn, alone in the shadows. I'll carry you home on my back. If it's you or me, then I'll take the shot. Still they say I'm the villain. I scream and nobody listens. Still they say I'm the villain. Too bad you can't take me down. See that I'm surrounded by predators. It's critical, they got me in my element. It's dirty how you trying to keep it elegant. Keep my eyes open wide when everyone around me is an enemy. See my life cross my eyes. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes. If it's you or me, then I'll take the shot. Still they say I'm the villain. I scream and nobody listens. Still they say I'm the villain. Too bad you can't take me down. Too bad you can't take me down. You can't take me down. I'm ready to fall, I'm ready to rise up. I will do what it takes. I'll run blind straight into the flames. Watch me burn, alone in the shadows. I'll carry you home on my back. If it's you or me, then I'll take the shot. Still they say I'm the villain. I scream and nobody listens. Still they say I'm the villain. Too bad you can't take me down.
Undefeated, that's why they call me undisputed. I'm breaking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? Undefeated, locked and loaded, we about to blow. Caught 'em with that left, I leave 'em tapped out on the floor. Sounding itchy, sticky, swishy, watch me bank a score. Up in the boat, I'm in the zone, yeah, yeah.
Go to the fire, the breath. King of the jungle and beat my chest. They say I'm posing a threat. Just like a pebble, I'm cutting the net.
Bring on my finger, but yes, like playing chess and I don't even sweat. That's what I call it finesse. That's what I call it finesse. Ain't no rivals, ain't no rivals. They can try, but they're never ever slowing me down. On arrival, this is my show. Crossing my heart, they know we are undefeated. That's why they call me undisputed. I'm ranking up another season. I've been up on my stats. Now would you look at that? I pop on with the jumper, then the adios. Gotta go. I'm the prima donna, make him do the most. Not enough, I'm just warming up. We up in the club, oh. I'm ready to hunt, I'm ready to up, oh. 1, 2 steps, look who's scared, now you on the run. You gon' hear my soundtrack go dun 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 dun. I'll be starting riots when I pull the stun. I got him shook, I'm on a bro, check on my strap.
I need to watch out for this people holding his angle. Oh, the wood!
Still forced to swing and does do so with an updraft Wolverine. Not expecting the second one there. Lewis with the blade stormers going crazy.
He's going to drop down the operator and pick up the vandal in the last round and care. He's not able to get anyone as the counter flash is there. And but the deadlock tries to steal his teammate away, but he's going to be surviving immediately with the team play card. He's just going to deal some damage, but wow. gonna be easily taken out, and OOT just way too aggressive. Yeah.
Oh, I see the vision.
Welcome, one and all agents. We are back with the Reyna's Overdrive, one of the most hyped games in history here, coming to you live right here on this entire stream. My name is Nitera, and I am partnered up with none other than Ari today. Sheesh, how you doing? How you doing?
Well, I'm awake, and I know it's a morning for me, night for you, but no matter what time zone everyone is in here today, we're still going to have some fun Valorant to watch nonetheless, and I can't wait to get into this one.
Right, still laggy as always. Don't worry, my screen's fine, my voice comes out clear. But we've got quite the games for you today with VNR versus Surely Tragic to take us into one of the first matches of today. So, Ari, I'm excited for this one. I don't know if you have any favorites, but this roster is quite a real high impact one. But before that, can you run us through how the tournament is being run here today so that everyone at home knows what they're looking forward for?
Well, sure. I mean, the Reyna's Overdrive, we got $1,000 in that prize pool, and right now we're in stage 1. That's the group stage. You have 4 total groups. The top 2 from each group of 6 teams will go into that single elimination bracket, and of course the winner will win it all. So should be a solid format to make sure the best of the best are in those final games, and I can't wait to see who makes it there. I mean, maybe one of these teams that we're seeing today will be there.
Yeah, I mean, we've got quite a lot of games coming out. In fact, right on your screen right now, we are showcasing a good bunch of those games that are happening. We even have, I believe, one of our streams later is TSE, Twisted Saint Esport, versus, I believe, is Team Prolific. Yeah. I had to double check that. Because I was pretty surprised. I wanted to do Team Prolific so bad, and I was going to watch them. But then here I am, because I think we need to showcase this team equally as much. So, what's today's game here though is Team VNR versus Surely Tragic, and both of these teams are fairly new to the Reynas, Ari.
Yeah, I personally have not seen these team names before. I know VNR a little bit more into the scene, so on paper, VNR is supposed to win this one, but of course that's why we play the games. That's why these teams are in the same group, to try and prove who is worthy of going on to that next stage. So I guess the narrative we could push here is, we have the David versus Goliath, but we really haven't seen plenty from these teams to really get that feel yet. So maybe all of our preconceptions are just thrown out the window, and we get a brand new show match for us today.
Right, and you are not unfounded in saying that VNR is probably the one to win. I mean, they are very successful all, and they're looking to showcase this new roster they have coming to the Reyna's Overdrive. Right, they've got quite a strong starting roster already, taking out Martix and Rel out of their starting roster, and now introducing key players like Snapter, Reggie, and Laser. But on the other side, Surely Tragic, also a new contender. And Ari, I don't know if you noticed, but yesterday when I was casting one of the games, Ari Esports' new roster, complete domination onto the side of the Ray Esports team. And I've gotta say, a lot of brand new teams here means a lot of hidden potential we might see, and Surely Tragic is one of them, with a lot of new players coming in with this new first-time roster as well.
I mean, they don't have me on their team, so they're still gonna lose.
Oh, so they lost, right? They lost.
Yeah,
right.
right.
Bad team. Bad.
90 ping, and I'll still come out on top. No, but these teams, they are, whether they're new or they're old, right? They've still been working. They still have those strats. We're still gonna see them today, and it all starts with that map selection, right? The maps into the agent selection. So yeah, I mean, the pick bans. That's a sure way to figure out how teams are feeling going into this one.
We're gonna have to see. But on to that though, we are gonna see how they're gonna go about this. VNR will be on the left side, Surely Tragic on the right. Let's see their first picks here. Bring me in, Ari. Bring me in.
First picks? Okay. Well, first, it looks like we got, oh my gosh, that is so small. I can't even tell what it is. But it looks like Sunset is gonna be banned, as well as Split. So that should be interesting to already tell you. Sunset, not the most not the most frequent ban, right? We usually do see that one being played, usually as the decider, something of that sort. But the fact that Sunset is being banned means that there is a significant gap. I think that might be over towards that mid area, right? Not quite
Ooh.
utilizing mid correctly. So maybe you see that as a theme in these other maps.
But first pick coming in for VNR is Ascent. Always said this before, very fun map to play with if you're really going for a skill check here. You know, if you have something to really spice up with your team composition, maybe that can throw them off. But then after that, we are showing each other going onto Icebox, which is something I love to see. Lots of long sides, lots of ways you can have an open field, all-out brawl here. And Ari, what are you thinking for last one? I'm feeling a little bit of Lotus here.
Yeah.
Something's blooming.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say the exact same thing. I do think we see Lotus, and yes,
She got me.
we
She
are.
got me.
We right. We got the script today. We may not know the score lines, but you know it does come down to those map section, like we said. And Ascent, a little bit interesting. I mentioned how mid might be a weaker point for VNR just based off of the Sunset. Again, I'm guessing, right? I'm just completely speculating. But Sunset and Ascent quite similar in their map archetypes, I feel like. So this should be interesting to see maybe the set plays that VNR has on Ascent. Is it something that they're just going to pull out of the wilderness with a rare agent maybe, or some crazy strats that we've never seen before?
I really hope that it might be the case here because I want to see something spicy and interesting. But keynote here, VNR has taken up offense on all 3 maps first, while surely Tragic will be playing from the defense side first. But you know what? All these talk about the games, the players, I mean, there's just so many players that I want to talk about, and I just can't fit them all into one place. Until now. We have Fantasy League coming in as well, which means if you guys have not done anything of that sort here, first of all, let me bring you down there. If you go into the chat, we should have a link for the Fantasy League coming in. And Ari, I know you haven't started your team yet, but as you're building that team up, what you can basically do is create your roster of the best players into one team, and as they duke it out into the Reyna's Overdrive, they'll slowly gain points. And mind you, at the end of this league, if you place top 3, there's some prize money we gain, I believe. So, you know what? I'm willing to fight all of you. My knowledge is on the line here, and I'm going to get that 3rd place minimum. So, tell me about it.
I really don't know too much on plenty of these teams, so I might be playing a little bit of a guessing game. But you know, I might also be biased on the teams that I have casted before. I kind of just have to pick from memory. But you know, if you're in chat, right, let us know who you've got on your team, who you're watching out for, and maybe you will be the one to take home that grand prize in the fantasy. Of course, these teams, it doesn't matter who's the star player, as if they can win as a team, they're going to be the ones taking home that $1,000 grand prize. Well, at least, you know, piece of the prize pool.
I mean, put it this way, you don't really have to make a fantasy team. You could just like dump in the same player from, I don't know, let's say Ray Esports. You can put like all 5 of them in if you have the allocated amount of, you know, virtual currency in there to work with. But otherwise, Ascent coming in here, we have the exact same composition. I don't think we'll see a change, but you know what? Surprise me.
You know what? I'm gonna take the MVP from this first map, and I'm gonna put him on my fantasy team. I feel like, yeah, it might be a little bit of recency bias, but I'm still gonna do it.
No!
And so I don't know which is more important, a spot on my fantasy team or the win overall. Obviously, it's the winner overall, but
The win overall.
But I can't wait to see, you know, the wild strats that we have, especially with VNR pulling out that Cypher, which again, interesting because they banned Sunset. Why not just play Sunset?
I mean, Cypher is definitely a generically good pick into more of the, I want to say the more common maps, because there's a lot of verticality that you can use your cameras on, which all said and done, you still have a Sobar as well. So you kind of need to know where you're going to place, and sometimes I feel a Cypher and a Sobar together, especially on maps with the vertical walls, just not really feeling it. I'd much rather go for a Killjoy here over that. But we are seeing a little bit of a change here, which we're swapping it up for KO and a Killjoy onto the other side. It's not a complete ditto here. So Ari, what are you feeling about Snapper's pick?
Well, I'm seeing a big thing over there for Snapter on VNR, and that's a deadlock. So maybe that's the. I asked for it. I asked if we would pull some random agents or
spicy picks.
Right, some spicy picks. We got it. It's the deadlock. So maybe that's why they didn't pick that Sunset. Maybe that's why they're going on to Ascent. And this one could be a wild throw, a wild wrench in the
swing and a
plans.
miss.
Well, no, I mean
Hopefully not that.
a wild wrench in the plans. You know, it's a
Oh, yeah,
throwing
yeah.
a wild card at them, not a throw as in they're gonna just troll the game. Although that could also
Well,
be the
I hope
case.
not. Yeah, but we'll have to see because like, I believe, like I said, Ascent is the map that you're either going to be skill checking players or you're going to be putting out new strategies into team compositions and, you know, just bamboozling the other team. And this is what I'm hoping to see. But remember, going onto the offense here is going to be the side of Team Veneer. Surely Tragic will be onto the defense once again. And, well, pistol round. What else can I say? Just find whatever pick you get your free 2 rounds, maybe a third, and call it a day. You have to see where you want to start your advantage off, and this is going to be it, Ari. This is going to be a start.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would hope that the first pistol round would be the start of the game. I mean, if it's the end of the game, I'm a little bit worried on what happened during this map.
Truly.
But yeah, we will see this map get underway. And immediately it is that push up through mid. Look at the ego, the control that they are trying to establish.
Yo, hot dog.
LS4!
Oh, cleans it up. Backs up for 2, turns around here, and he would make it work. Deadlock going down as well to a classic here. Classic move, indeed. Smokes are out here, and they've basically got everything called out for themselves. Alright, lockdown here. They have the spike down as well. Generator is theirs for the taking, and everything is loaded for them. Post-plan situation here, 4 players to 2. Not looking too good for the side of Veneer here, but surely Tragic. They're in the post-plan situation. They're also not exactly perfect. Swings and nothing. Sees it out. Shadow sitting out back here, hoping to find something to make it work. You know what? Does not clean it up, unfortunate. Cleans it up. Starting it. Araki is in such a weird spot here. 1v3 scenario. I don't think we can hope for much there, but you know what? They take 2 players down with them, so good start to a round. Good start.
Yeah, I do think that the post plant, you know, is essentially lost, right? For Veneer. Yeah, you can't really just hope that to win a 2v4. It's tough, especially on a pistol round. And in that scenario, right, you have to aggress towards that heaven. They do so, they make the correct play in the post plant. They take down Shadow, but they do it with a little bit too much of time left, or too little of time left, as everyone else is flooded in on site. So although their mid push does go decently, it ends up just not giving them any sort of space, and they lose so many picks.
Well, let's just see here, as surely Tragic is going to be at the back foot here. We do see Laser wrapping around through the boathouse and coming from behind here. He's got Market locked down on his sides. His entire team is falling out of him. Veneer back into it, goes through it, and unfortunately he's not going to fight. The Spectre here goes down, and this is going to be it. As he sits down in the corner here, they have a spike planted, 4 players, but all looking fairly low here. Shadow comes around the corner here, and he's not going to see anyone, but look at that. From behind the wall here, we are going to see a lone Cypher here, who, if you don't check your corners, Syntax going down for 1 here and taking a trade with Ashen. Now from behind here, Snapter, Deadlock, size trade. Are you gonna see it? Visualize, comes in, misses it, and kicks out for 1. James Bell comes in, Snapter going down, and unfortunately it looks like this is going to go to Surely Tragic once again, picking this up. Remember, I did say they might get 2 free wins here at the start if they actually start winning the pistol round. So we've got a 2 down. Is the 3rd one coming is the question now.
I'm just interested, really, to see how these pushes are working out, especially with that Deadlock. Because, you know, you have Deadlock on attack. Probably not the favorable side, obviously. Sentinel equals defense most of the time. So that's going to be that heavy stopping power for those pushes. But I just feel like right now it's being a little bit lackluster. I want to see that grab net used to combo with some sort of either a nano swarm, a KO fragment, something of that sort. And right now we're just not seeing it. I want to see the value from Deadlock coming in here.
Ooh, did not get the hit here. Tries for it, does not make it work here, but nicked quite a bit here. They are losing 2 on the side here, and now a 3rd one is gonna come down in the trade. Syntax going up for 2 now, and this is a 3v3 situation. Now wrapping around back. Visuals. It's just waiting for opportunity here. They have to wrap through the arc if they want to make anything work onto side A, but it looks like they decided a little bit dangerous. We're going to wrap around here, but Zoe onto the Sheriff. Sneaky walks around here. He is going to be able to find his lone Omen here as... Oh no, this is not looking too good. Hello, sir. Where are you going? This is insane, coming down one to the side, turns around, he's unable to make it work. Unfortunately, Zoe had that 2 for himself. Unfortunate, but hey, you know what? Better than losing everyone here. 2v2 situation, Cypher's looking very low. Sets it up. He's waiting for it already. Waiting for it. Look at that from the far corners. Unable to pick it up. Last player standing.
Cover going out.
Although this round is close in terms of numbers, this is not the ideal start for VNR, right? Obviously,
It's not.
you want to make it clean, and you lose 3 guns, maybe 4 here, and 1 player on 1 HP. This is still very doable for Visual.
Ooh. Frenzy comes in. Oh, did not check that corner fast enough here. And there it is. There it is. Putting themselves on the board early here. Now they are only 1 point away from them, but at least it's starting off somewhere.
True. Yep. I mean, you got to get started with 1 round. Otherwise, you can't get to 13. And that, of course, is how you win the game of Valorant. But it is a great start for Ashen. I mean, look at that Omen at the top of the leaderboard, right? The utility, it's been clean. You see the trap play come through on a main, and that really was the plan. There was no real potential from VNR to even get past it. Now they're going to start forcing some util through to try and dismantle that trap. But, I mean, a little bit too late, as it's now round 4.
Yeah, but that was a very good suppressing play here. Shrink for 3 here. Unfortunately, jumping down. You're going to get 1 from the cells. Lasers now outward 3 generator. Turns around. Hello, Zowie. Where are you at? Ashen's going down for the side here. Trap is going to come out here, and they're going to at least have some sight be blocked off. The drone is coming as well, though, which is a little bit weird. He pops in here. Visual's going to come out. Hello, where are you at? That side. Ooh, double for the side. Wow, that crosshair placement. And unfortunate for them, Laser's going to come out scot-free from all of that. Shadow's unable to pick it up. James is going to come in and back here, and he looks around. They know. The flash comes in here, and unfortunate for them, they didn't push in for it. Try to go for it. Syntax is not there. Shadow is going to go down the snapper here, and Laser trying his best here to stop him down, but James 2 now, and they're going to turn around. Generator is going to lock down, and he's just a little bit too stunned to see anything. Razzle Dazzle's 2-2 right now.
Those were some crispy shots. I mean, those were
Tell
nice.
me about it.
Yeah, LSR really waking up here, and I wanted to see how that deadlock would be used properly, right? That's what I was asking for. You saw the grab net go back, Jenny. That's exactly what I would have done, because I would have. I have lineups too. I'm a silly little goof, silly little goof, and I have nano swarm lineups for back, Jenny.
She
But
do be.
you do, get that grab net, you isolate that pick, and then you use the deadlock sensors to prevent that fast retake from coming in. If there's a flood in, you're gonna see those picks come through just as you do right now.
Let's see if they can continue this onslaught though, as Laser goes in for 1. Oh no, it's not lining up this time. They at least did take the trade here. The kitchen's coming out here. It's 1v1 situation. Syntax does take out for 1. And it looks like the players of Story Tragic are a little bit stuck here with only 2 players to their name right now. Now, of course, information is granted right now, and they have Site A all to themselves. Paranoid coming out, and information is out. Utilities are down here, but they have the numbers advantage here. Locking it down, which means if they see the 1, there we go. Going down, James. We have Shadow coming from the back here. A little bit of a weird situation with the entire... Ooh, I don't even know what you want to call this. This is just a really, really tight spot. Rock and hard, please.
This is a I'm gonna die to bomb spot if I've ever seen one. Or
Oh, you're absolutely right. Do they want to break this though? That's the question. Can they have afford to go around? Nope, they see no one here. Tries to go for it. Not lined up for that. That Vandal. Yeah, Shadow just did not stand a chance.
Need a drop.
I mean, obviously, right? 1v4, you really can't get too much done there. And so you kind of have to make the gamble of, do you want to get the alt orb for yourself? It is your eco round, but you're also just going to die to bomb at the end. It's really about which team does value more. And right now they decided, okay, it's a little bit more valuable for me to give the alt orb to a Jet and go down, get 1 step closer to that lockdown. But as we hop into this round number 6, right, those ultimates start to pile up on the board. You may see those being the game plans for the round. And right now, nothing crazy early on the aggression, just that casual A one-way.
Ooh. Crazy spray coming out through that smoke here. A little bit scary. Oh, are we going to see the grab bomb? Just waiting for opportunity to push here. I do believe it is potentially an A push, or A fake at least, because they have the bomb at the back here.
Yeah, I like the exchange of utility here. I mean, obviously, you got to be paranoid, but oh boy, this could be very dangerous. LSR somehow got past the first? There's no way.
Excuse me? He's onto market entrance, and unfortunately, it looks like he got really punished by Shadow here. Just not seeing it happen. Maybe not checking his corners, but hey, you know what? That's fine. Visual is going to be waiting onto the arch here. He's behind the box, waiting for opportunity to spring around, and it's coming, it's coming! There we go! The operator! And now you just know there's no way you want to cross that path here. Tries to take the fight here, Sitings for one, Zowie returns the favor, and this is it. Ultimate economy, we're looking at a very, very strong one coming for Surely Tragic with 3. They have, of course, the Now Command, they have Hunter's Fury, and they have From the Shadows. But all that being said and done, we also have a Hunter Fury to return on our own on the side here. So, I mean, losing out this is not the worst thing in the world, but you really don't want to give them any more leeway. Don't want to lose your guns as well.
Yeah, and it looks like the call is going to be to save here. I mean, that is the right play in this scenario. You don't want to peek that operator on A, and it moves over to B. So now, you know, you have no information on that big piece of weaponry. Obviously, you're not going to want to give up those 2 rifles. So a save into the next round, the best option. But we do remain tied up now once again. And I love how this operator has gotten in the mix. I know time and time again, right, Ascent is one of those maps where most teams know how the play style usually goes. But you throw in an operator, and although you may know what the enemy's doing, sometimes the op is just too much to try and break past. The pre-fires from the flash are there. Holding an angle with just a body is sometimes more valuable than trying to fight it with all of that utility. And getting an op out early for this defensive side, it might be their magic way to get 7-8 rounds on the board.
Well, let's see if it's the magic way indeed as they turn around here. We do see From the Shadows being popped to just, you know, maybe fix something. I don't know what the idea was. Hunter Fury is going to pop out as well as Zombie's trying his best to find his mark here, but it's not making anything work here. A completely whiffing 3, not too good on his end. Another utility just wasted just like that. And, well, now in command and the lockdown is up, but I don't really feel very comfortable spending another ultimate in this round. One board out. You aren't seeing anything. Jamie coming around. Oh my god, that is scary for Jamie here. The suppressing play is going to come in and he's going to see information for 2, but that's all. Laser does not have any information at all. He's just sitting around waiting for an opportunity to come around as they do hear Zowie from the back here. Oh, I really want to see Zowie on this one. Laser baiting. Does not see the information. Oh my god, this is tense, Ari. This is tense. Oh, around the corner. Shadow. No, Laser did. He waited, but from the back visual to Laser. Oh, and they have information that they need right now. If you really want to make a push, it's a little bit weird because they're all thinned out, and so the side of VNR just has to think of where they want to go and just enforce it, I guess. Surely Tragic is spread out, and now they're all gonna rotate over to A here as we do see Jet making a mad sprint over, but right now, looking a bit dangerous here as Jamie's alone with 25 HP under hell. He's gonna wait for opportunity coming around, sprays it, does make it work here for 1. Here turns around for the generator, 2 on the side, and he's able to go down with a Valorant victory on that one. But that's not enough because Spike is still up and ready though, as Zowie trying to turn for something here into the Hell Zone. But Generator still looking very hot spot right now because everyone's just not going in, and Visual picking up the Vandal for herself here is going to have to try and turn this around. Out for Haven. You want to try something here, turns around, he's not able to make it work. This is crazy to see how it works out for them just like that. You know what's the definition of insanity, Ari? It's just repeating the same actions that your teammate does and hoping for a different result, and right there, you can see it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the way that they played that there, but you can't know that the one way is on that door. So both players are just going to be staring at that A heaven area. You're gonna be out of luck, and they just can't know that. But I do feel like both of those teams played that situation really, really well. Ever from that jump spot from Zowie, right? You saw the jump spot mid,
right,
and then you see that spray from Tree come through. Both teams perfectly realizing where to go.
Ooh, Blaystorm is already out here, just trying to hope to just get some value out of this. And the Hunter Spirit comes out. They have information that where they are. They just gotta hope that something happens here. We know what? Friendly fire is friendly fire. Let's see if they can make it work here though, as the Blaystorm is on standby here. We are waiting for opportunity as they have information. Laser is out there right now. Jamie's trying to turn around the corner. He's not gonna be able to see anyone here, but Boathouse looking very, very massive here as we do see the dogs just waiting for opportunity to go in. The Marketplace. locked up for them. Killjoy is now out with the ultimate here. We are gonna see a very massive lockdown, but everyone's just so forceful still. They aren't gonna force this out. They are stuck into the boathouse. One from the side here. Jamie's gonna throw this out. The nade is out. He's stuck all on his own. Surprising way. Turns around for the corner here. They are gonna pick Snapter and James, and this is it. Surely Tragic has this one, and they're ready. Really turning this around into an even situation. 4-4 onto the board.
Clear game plans there, and although a little bit costly in terms of ult economy, right? Sometimes that's what you want to do to make sure you win your buy round, not get forced onto an eco. There you see both the null command and that lockdown being utilized, and it really has just a clear show of the protocols, right? From, I believe that is Surely Tragic. They use that null command saying, okay, we're going to force everybody to just not be able to push into us, and then we're going to lock down. We're going to force you to peek us from that main area. We know somebody's playing there. They hold that angle perfectly, and they get the job done.
And it's insane how they do it. I totally agree with that. But right now, with that smoke coming in, Visual is just stuck in a weird situation. Only has a Vandal and no Operator, and that's gonna hurt a little bit more because, hey, you wanted that one pick, one kill situation, and I don't know what you could possibly do with that unless you have fantastic aim through smoke. But hey, Annihilation is now standby and ready. Go, we are gonna push in hard and heavy here, and unfortunately, he's not gonna make it work here. But they do pick it out. One for Jade turns around for 2 as Ashen and Visual picks it out. Laser turning out of Ashen and Visual for Laser. Now the situation is Araki's last player standing, but he's got this in the bag, right? I mean, stays back in the smoke. He's in the arch. Everyone knows where he is. He has to just back out, and unfortunately, just getting tagged too much, trying to run away here.
Oh,
Very
how
display
nice.
of Zowie on the Odin. Very display.
No, he's just making sure the tree was planted.
Ah, you're right, you're right. Absolute
but-
tubs, all of them.
Must have been Team Trees with Mr. Beast back in the day.
Damn,
But
you're right.
oh, those were some days. But you know, we
Those
come to
were.
here, we come to today, and you're gonna see at least a little bit of an eco buy here. I think, honestly, this eco buy could go the way of VNR. Why? Because it's going to force them to play just a little bit slower, play a little bit more differently than how they have been, and they will start to play their utility differently based off of kind of how they want to approach this, right? You're going to see them walk up mid without utility, and that's something that they haven't been able to do too much, but something that is the gap in
Oh.
the setup.
Let's see if it really works out though. I mean, information from 1 on 2, the elbow here going into B, and still other than that, that's all they have because look at where they're positioned now. The Sniper's already made it back through mid, and he's going to push with his team through A right now, and so they're waiting. But a very aggressive move from Surely Tragic coming in from Visual here, and I like how I'm seeing. Turns around and he's pushing back. They have seen the spike now, and so they have information that, hey, if they want to play this, they have to force everyone to come in here. The grab is coming in, but Deadlock's just sitting down there pretty. There's nothing that she can possibly do at the moment. They do pick up Snapter here, but that's all she wrote because Surely Tragic has to really return back to this spot here, and now they're stuck right now. 1 for the side for each player, 2 on Laser, and of course Zowie is going to make this one happy and go. Eric is going to go down to Ashen, and this is the last time we're going to see this A group be a tragic spot because right around the corner there, like I said, that last one. Last player standing now, Syntax stuck in the corner, and I do not know how you can possibly play around this. Tell me, Ari, what's the plan here? Spike's over there. We have 2 players, and you know what? Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I'll think about it.
You want the plan? Die.
Die. No, not wrong. You're not wrong.
That's really all you can do in that scenario. I mean, if both teams play it perfectly, which they did, yeah, you're not really set up for success. But I do want to talk about that mid play, right? You walk up,
please.
you break that alarm bot, and you insert LSR there. Unfortunately, you kind of have to realize 2 things. One, that space is going to get at least held or re-cleared at some point. So no matter what, that player is kind of dead. You kind of have to use that pressure that you created trying to insert that player there with a little bit of a fast play towards somewhere else, making sure that that lure can go off and that multiple players are going to be there trying to hold that nuisance in mid so that nobody gets caught off guard.
Ooh, but look at this crazy push here. 5 players. The Aegis are now going to push in. They have information that absolutely no one is here. They are going to push into the generator here. Door is going to be locked down, and of course, everyone's stuck in the tree room there. So much for Team Trees right now, but they have the pun now, and this is basically just for the taking. Surely Tragic has to turn this back around. They have 3 in Haven, and they have the pun going. So I mean, post-match situation here is looking very good here, but everyone's just on standby here as Laser takes out 2 for the side. Zauri returning the favor here, and I need them to see where everyone else is because their positioning here, they're not really ready for a retake if everyone collapses on them. And because look at the ultimates that they have absolutely nothing to turn this around here. And now with the information coming in from Sova, coming in under from Hell, there it is. That is going to be very dangerous. Smashers coming out here, they might be able to take one more, but it's really worth it. Turns around, they take out 1, and I think it's time to break even here. Back out here, you've got your paycheck. They take out 2 from the side here. Aragi Snapter turning out into Jamie, and somehow, some way, surely Tragic was just kind of, you know, they just kind of overstayed their welcome.
I love that deadlock sensor. I don't know if you caught it, but actually, there's a deadlock sensor that you can place in a Hell, and you can just, it triggers Heaven. So if a player can't even see that sensor, it will still hit Heaven. And it is disastrous for those players that are trying to retake. They get stunned up. You're not expecting a push up from the stairs. Even though the crosshair placement's good, you're now stunned. You can't do anything. And it just allows for the attackers to really have an upper hand. I mean, I don't know if that's even legal or not, but hey, it's a great play nonetheless.
It works.
Yeah, and you should.
You gotta show me. You gotta show me, Ari. I mean, like, when I play my games, I want to try Deadlock at some point. You gotta show me.
I don't know Deadlock. I don't play Deadlock.
Now you do. Now coming in here, play some completely whipping here, you know, kunai with no aim. But hey, it all works out fine here as Arch is now kind of locked down with a hail of bullets, and I guess the entire team of Surely Tragic just kind of sat there and wondering like, hey, where the rest going? VNR just kind of rotated back out into mid, and maybe they want to try and push in B true market this time.
I mean, the hard fake to A, I love this play. Now they break the alarm bot. That should drag over some sort of rotation, but this is just the perfect play, right? You're expecting the operator. You know how much money is located. You're going to have to fight this op at some point. Surely you just can't get off guard, but I guess Scepter not quick with it.
Oh, well, he got snapped back to reality on that one, but now we see Ashton turning around for the back here, getting one side, Shadow going for Raggy, and now we have 4 plays to 2 again. Deja vu a bit, huh? Spike is down though, and you're gonna see Laser come around the corner here. Maybe Ashton's not gonna see this one happening. Well, there we go. Like I said, turns around the corner here. Unfortunately, they know the information. True on the side here. He spray and pray, and no, that just doesn't work. Zoe holding down that Odin with so much care and concern for his teammates, which is absolutely none as he just presses left click and wins the game from that one.
That one, I think it just.
Hey, you hear that? He's still holding the left click. He's still holding it down.
I mean, hey, they shoot bullets into smoke, into wall, and players die. Welcome to Odin maps. Welcome to Ascent. But it does come down to, I think, the re-peak from LSR, from Laser. I think just getting a little too greedy there, right? You get your first one. You should try and at least play the 2v3. Obviously, they're going to expect you to re-swing, but you're not going to win that fight. Even if you get an extra one, you're still forcing your teammate to be in a 1v2 scenario. It's just not favorable. And with your positioning noted, certainly not great chances, not great odds. But you do see the side flip once again. The double Sentinel comp now goes on defense. So I feel like VNR, they're going to have the upper hand here in this half. The question is, did they get enough on attack to make it worth it?
I mean, looking at the score here, it's very even. I think this is a very good scoreline to come in as a strong defense team. So, all things said and done, I think they've got this in the bag here. And we were talking VNR is a very proud org to have like a new roster coming to Reyna's here. So, let's see if they can make this one work here. But, I've got my hopes. I've got my hopes for Surely Tragic here with that one. Lasers down for the count here, and they are able to push into A on their own mighty find here. Another one down with Zoe and Vigil taking on Syntax. They're going to try and push in once again here to the generator, and this is just for the taking. Deadlock is stuck in heaven, and of course Sova's gonna have to wrap around through team trees, hashtag Mr. Beast, and this is gonna be a little bit of a weird situation for them as Raggy now wrapping around here into the lurk. He's not gonna realize that if Deadlock goes down here, he's one player left alone. Trying spraying and praying here. I'm pretty sure the classic doesn't pierce that much, but as you catch from the back here, they now have Raggy with Snapter.
This one very far from doable, but there still seems like an attempt at.
Well, getting a few picks here would be great here, but well, Surely Tragic takes this one down. It is 8-5 here. It looks like it's gonna be a 9-5 scenario, given how I've actually seen it before. That, you know, winning the pistol helps you win the next one most likely. So, looking from that angle, right, Ari? I mean, what's the play here? What's the play they can do possibly to turn this around? Because Surely Tragic, as the attackers, still look very strong, and the Sentinels are just not online yet.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have the 8-5 scoreline, you've won pistol, and it should be 9-5, all in a day's work, really. But
Right.
it does come down to, I think, getting those sentinels activated, make sure you're not peeking ahead of utility. And here you have the stack towards market, which I do kind of like. The only question
This
is,
is crazy.
how much value are you really gonna get here? You can't
Hey,
really
it's in the
trade mid.
marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, unless
See,
they're
they're gonna get
buying and
value.
selling.
Here.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
trading going on.
Well, with how the stocks have been recently, I don't know.
Oh, that is a very good point. That is a very good point. The only stuff I need though is a few bullets in the chamber and hits to pop with. So let's see if they can make that work here. But right now it's looking like a push potentially again, which means all that stock value, like you were saying, yeah, shrunken down. They have information that someone is nearby here. I believe they can hear the change of the gun here, but is that really enough information for them to be like, we can commit to this? I mean, look at that Soba all the way at the back here. He's picking up the spike and he is rotating back over to A. And so, you know, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this trade working out here, Ari.
Well, you saw
Just
basically the knife and the dart invested on the A, and usually at that point you're going to see some sort of resistance, whether it's even just a
30
smoke.
seconds left.
And there was absolutely crickets on that A side, so yeah, go ahead, push that site. You got all the information from that knife, from that dart as well. So yeah, take that site, make sure you can secure it, and now you force your opponents to retake with classics. Good luck with that one, homie. But I guess if anyone can do it for the opener, it will be Laser, but you're going to have to face a Phantom, and yeah, good luck with that.
Ooh, you were saying? You were saying? Oh, and okay, so he has the Odin as well. So I mean, Hell's gonna look a little bit spicy here with everything like flying out. So we're gonna see if they can turn this one around here, but not too sure where the play is. Turns around, sprays and prays. He is gonna nick so much here. Oh, he somehow that spray control going so hard here. They aren't gonna make this one, unfortunately, and it looks like he set his prayers. Attackers have won this again. Surely tragic 9-5. Where's the surprise in this one? Where's the surprise?
I mean, I just want to go back to the pistol round even really quick. I think that if you're seeing these strats that are being executed by Shirley Tragic right now, it's very simple, but that's kind of the play you have to do on pistol round, and it shows where Shirley Tragic is comfortable in their strats. You know, once you get that, say, operator or that different question mark, which in this game seems to be the deadlock, you're going to start having that slow down, and that's going to start favoring that defensive side just a little bit more, right? That's not their pressure to be on the clock, right? You have to get the bomb down in a certain amount of time. So I do think that although the comp is very favorable for this defensive side right now, you're going to need to land some shots, and Laser is good for at least one. Looking for two here, can't quite get it.
Definitely sure on that one, as they are going to carry on here. We are going to hopefully see a turnaround as on this side here. 4 plays 3. Not looking too good, but still manageable, still manageable. They have a KO, which is a little bit worse for Rare here, looking at 50, 60 HP, but you just need to nick a little bit more to turn this around. I mean, look at them. They're trying to pop back towards A here. 2 players onto the side in B. They are not reading this read. They're not even attempting to read at all here. And I think they're just going to be hard stuck into B side until they have information that, you know, A is going to be locked and ready. So this is going to be a little bit weird as Visual is going to take initiative here, walking through Arch, and he's going to find information on and dash through the generator here. They have one onto side. James Mole is going to be looking hard and heavy here with 2, and they have neutralized this into a great situation for them into the post
30
plant.
seconds
So
left.
right now, it's definitely looking like Shirley Tragic might be down for the count, but as they start planting this though, we are going to see whether they can get enough information to really make this work.
Oh, is that a wallbang? Surely not, right?
Surely not, right?
Wait, the cam! They haven't
They
noticed
actually
cam
nicked
yet.
one. Do they not realize this?
They do now, obviously.
Well, yeah, for sure. We're waiting for them to turn this around here. Heaven is looking populated. Hell, population 1. Jay with the generator, checking around. Technician is now down for the count here. They are going to see Visual. They turn this around. Flick and a miss. There we go! And this is it. Finally back into it again. They did get their 2 freebies here, but Shirley Tragic is now going to be able to make this one into a little bit of a tight spot here. 9-6 here. Veneer's pushing back up into this.
Rinse and repeat from the first half. You saw costly bonus round buys, and yeah, this one really paying off. You get 4 guns down, I think some shield damage as well. A really nice round, and it all comes down to that. Who was it? Somebody was in a tree right by a switch, and they needed to get 2 to make it doable. They do so, And there you go. You get the win under your belt, but is by no means clean, right? Who was it? Surely Tragic doing a great job of getting that damage done. But LSR, Laser not really getting the value that you're hoping for in a main. It's just that typical default, and I feel like there's some capitalization from SE here.
Oop, a lot of shooting, not a lot of hitting though. Paranoia does come out and does nick them a little bit here to visual. And Arch looking very, very massive here. Tree room. Cages out. We are going to see them turn around here. And of course, they do have one information here. As they do see things go down, Visual is going to try and nick everyone anywhere. And somehow, with so much precision and control here, makes it out with 1 or 2 lasers. So much movement, so much moving. And, well, the bullets all moving. As now we see Visual heading out here. Not really waiting into the tree room as they have information that drone was out here. But now just waiting. Knows where they are. Very nice call out onto that, as Visuals might want to try and just slowly turn this on his own. We are going to see the smoke come out here, and now of course Sova has the information here. Araki is waiting for an opportunity to go in here with his team, because look, Araki's in the corner corner. They have information that they are there, as Snapter also returns the favor and joins up here. So just praying and praying a little bit, hoping to give them some false hope, as they are going around to be a nice pick. All the same here. Ari, are you seeing this here? They are going to make this work, and no one is reading the call just yet.
Every time you hear just 2 shots randomly, right? I feel like you have to know it's a fake. And time running a little bit low,
sure about that, though?
10 seconds left.
They opted for the they've opted for the plan instead here, and this is gonna be fantastic here. They're not gonna see this coming. They have it now and right now, and that is great. Situation is great for them all the same here. They have information that no one is in the boathouses, no one in the docks here, and now it is time for them to make this one work here. And as we see, as they come around, Hunter Spirit comes out here. They know the information, they know exactly where they're coming from here, and they've got them nicked out just so much here. Deadlock is on half right now, and it's looking very dangerous for them to try and push in. They've turned the situation into something winnable here, as Zowie picks up 1 for the side here onto Jamal, and now he's gonna hopefully pick another 2 more for the 3K here, but no, Visual 6-1 for Raggy, and Zowie returns from a wall bang there. Let's go, coming back into this. Surely Tragic. There's nothing tragic about this win.
I have to say, I was going to interrupt you right in your sentence to say, look, they have Hunter's Fury, and then they immediately popped it as soon as I was going to say it.
You had me there. You had me there.
Yeah, it was that really piece of utility that won them the round, right? Tagging out 2 players, just stalling out that hit a little bit more, making them a little bit more scared, allowing for Visual to get posted up into lane. And what that does is, obviously, you can threaten the swing, or you can threaten, you know, that extra angle that you have to retake from on site, that you have to be cautious of. And it works really, really well. But here now, this one not working out very well for Aragi.
Ooh, and it's gonna be very spicy here. They turn this around for a 2 classic here. How did it happen? How did it happen? As they now have 3 guns for the making right now. This is gonna be great for them. This 10-6 scoreline is looking a lot more worse for wear after that. But they are gonna remove this tag here. They're gonna pick 1 from the South. Laser picking for 2 here. Shadow returning onto Syntax here. And they are going to go down for a 4K onto Laser here. Beautifully done with that thrifty round. And by the way, that thrifty round was much more than just a thrifty. They've got such great buys. You know what? Maybe they learned something from, you know, staying into Marketplace just now.
Maybe. Or maybe LSR just broke up. I mean...
yeah, you know what? Sure.
I mean, hey, sometimes the stock market is closed, and that's when teams are sad, or something like that. But, you know, it does...
Some narrative.
I think it does need to come down to LSR right now. I feel like that aim has been so crispy when it's on. There's not a chance in the world for Shirley Tragic to get these rounds. But then you see LSR start to falter a little bit, and that's when the sight hits become a little bit stronger against them. So I think really it is just... I think it's the battle of the Jets here. I'm not going to lie. I hate to simplify it, but that seems to be the name of the game for how it's going right now.
You sure? You sure about that? I mean, the base is on standby here. We're just waiting for opportunity for them to turn this around. And a little few nicks here and there. They're not going to make anything work. I feel paranoid coming from Visuals here, but I can't say for sure. Snapter is in hell. They're waiting for opportunity here. Already, what is the play they can possibly make to turn this around for them?
Well, I think when it comes to a double Sentinel comp, you kind of have to figure out where that Cypher is. Especially, you're going to have to assume, right, the Sentinels are split on up. So maybe breaking either a Cypher trip on A, faking that out, and applying that pressure should drag over some rotates. Then you can maybe take mid. I mean, I think the mid insert will be the play for this attacking side. but you just have to be able to capitalize off of it. And right now, they don't quite know that mid is free, but they're still going to execute the site onto A.
So bring me in here because a lot of damage is coming through left and right here. They are going to get a trade onto back and forth here. Jamie going on for LSR, SL going for Ashen here, but now 2v3 situation. Now command is out here. They are going to throw Nate out to just stop them from going through Haven, and they're going to realize that it's going to be a little bit tough for them to turn this around as the door is being shut down. Generator is again desperate taking here as he turn around. Raggy's unable to just take anyone down. It's a fruitless kind of, you know, ordeal here as they now lose themselves out here. Surely Tragic returns this into 11-7 situation. And now, again, ultimate economy, before I turn back to you, RD, I mean, from the shadows, both sides have it, and they do have a Blade Storm in return onto the side of VNR here, but, I mean, do they really need to force this out right now? What I really need to see them is kind of take out picks here and there, and the Blade Storm might be the one thing they can really utilize that for. High damage, little knives, hurts me a little every time I see it, but that might be the play. That just might be it.
I don't know. It might also just be that our producer is cursed, and Ollie, whoever the team that Ollie is expecting to win or is rooting for, just ends up losing in fashion that you wouldn't expect. As this was VNR's map pick, right? So this not ideal.
We're hearing it from Ollie first. He's a Zowie fan, and I've got to give it to him. He's got the Odin. I've got to give it to him.
Fair enough,
right, though, but they are spring and praying here. The Zowie, you know what? Maybe the reason they aren't winning is Zowie's not the Odin. You know what? That could be the case. Oh, yo!
Shock dart?
Yeah, sorry. I thought the shock dart flew from, you know, all the way from where he was back through that hole again. Somehow, some way. A little confusing, but all the same here, they have zero information. They have to wait for an opportunity here. And, yeah, slow game right now. We're gonna have to see how this pans out.
I love how the setup has changed from the Cypher going in round after round. I think that's one of the things you do need to do to keep that offense guessing. However, Cypher trips, they don't seem super strong on Ascent. That's why you typically see that Killjoy instead for that microwave potential. And now you're going to see the site hit onto this B site. Nobody's playing off the deadlock trip. So, well, Zowie will get the first kill. And this, again, seems like a free site.
Free site indeed here as they have 5 players all lined up ready to go in for this, as now we're in a straight weird situation. Surely Tragic is going to turn this around, kicks his pick on Snapter here, just waiting for a nice time. Think of the school a little bit. Synthic's going to spray for 1 here, does get for 2, turns up for 3 maybe. Oh, does not get it because I opened my mouth, but Ashen is going to be looking pretty happy to stop that 3k here as you can see LSR from the corner here. And the knife for 2 here into that. That is a 3k and they are going to take this one back into their paper. 11-8 scenario. Loving how that worked out for them. You know, when I don't call the plays, it does it just happens. If I do call the play, it stops happening. Guys, come on, guys.
Well, you know what I said? It was a battle of the Jets, and I feel like if LSR doesn't get those 2 crazy kills there, I mean, the crosshair placement was a little bit off, yes, from Surely Tragic, but that's still a nice crispy headshot. Having the perfect crosshair placement from Laser, that one really gets the job done, and that you're going to see the value coming out, right? 23 and what was that, 17? That is an absurd performance to have on a map like Ascent, on Jet, with, I would say, maybe not as much help as you typically see, you know, right? You're seeing these full, heavy executes sometimes. Right now, it seems like the pacing is slow. Everyone's kind of going for some solo plays before they finally decide where to go.
Very slow here. Not much to say other than the patience, the discipline is going to come out on top. You have to wait this one out slow and steady. I really love how they're just checking. They're not really forcing anything here, which is correct. Information, nada. But time, also not a lot, but like, you know, a little bit less than nada.
It's an interesting hold from the defense. Look at this. You have 3 players sitting in their own spawn. They're so worried about mid right now, and sure, they're going to re-clear it out with this owl jump, but they don't get all of the space. And this visual is going to hear this. That's going to let them know that Sova's in mid, that space has been cleared out, and that will prompt out the A hit. They're going to have to gamble because they've lost all of that space just to a simple drone, and Laser's in a spot, but the trigger
my
discipline
gosh.
is too much.
I'm a fan of Zowie. Jamal trying his best here. Sitting's right around corner generator. He's gonna be knocked out basically at this point here. But a classic turns this one in favor here. Visual takes one to Jamal here. Turns around the corner and defenders have taken this one out with 3 players to spare. Now this is gonna be very dangerous there. Scoreline 11-9. Could have been a lot worse if it's the other way around, but you know what? We've got this one in the bag. VNR slowly climbing their way out from that hole and bringing themselves back out. The only thing they need right now is to ensure Surely Tragic never gets to that 12 point. They want to clean this out without an overtime. That is the main thing they need right now.
Right now, it seems like they're set to at least tie this one up, or at least get it one step closer as the eco buy will come on out. But I do think that site hit was a little bit too early. I think even though you get that drone clearing out all of your mid space, that's the time not to hit, right? You now know that they're aware you're going to go for a site split, something like that on A, or just a B main push. They're going to be expecting that, right? And now they're going to expect Visual to dash into a trip.
You mean like that, right? Yep. As they actually pick out someone Aragi from that smoke. Insane here. And of course the tripwire finally making his mark. You were saying it's not, but it worked out in favor here as Jamal Block turning around this in Surely Tragic. Players count is 1, now 0. Defenders pick this one up 11-10. They are finally turning this around. We might see an 11-11 score line. And you know what? A little bit onto that side here is that they have a lot of ultimates to work with. Absolutely possible for them to just get 3 games in a row with what they've got.
Yes, this should do.
Ironically, I feel like that last round was if Dory from Finding Dory just was playing Valorant. Just keep swinging, just keep swinging.
And swing they did.
Yeah, they ran into trips and they ran into spray, and then even LSR you saw just kind of have that last moment where it's like, I'm gonna swing you because I feel like it. I know you have a bad gun, and I'm going to take advantage of that. And that's sometimes what you should do when you have that gun advantage. But now, new different
so be like
ball
Zowie.
game. Be like Zowie. I mean,
Buy Odin.
I mean, I don't know. Can you really swing with an Odin, or is it a little bit different because you know?
Can you
kinda
not
have to
swing with
hold?
Odin?
It's a little bit tougher to hit a one tap. You can't really do it with an Odin.
I mean, if 100 bullets hit you, I win the game.
If 1 bullet hits you, I also win the game.
Okay, bet we're going to a custom lobby after this. You know, the class can wait. You know, I'll get you down. Come on.
No. All
right.
No. We gotta let the teams play.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Coward. Alright, jokes aside here, we are gonna go into this here. 11-10 scenario here. Players are all up and ready here. We do have a Hunter's Fury that has been lost on the side here, but in return, we have Surely Tragic with the plant down now, and now they're able to turn this around. Maybe we'll see another Hunter's Fury down the top side going into the attacking spot here again.
Really? The null command?
I miss up. Spray does not get anything here. Wow, it's close for comfort. Completely whiffing everything here. They are going to take 1 onto that here. Boathouse down. Marketplace, and he's locked out. That is hilarious. Shadow taking sight for 1, turns around. Nice swing from Laser. He's going to fake it up. Maybe bait them to come in here. Hunter Spray's coming out here. Nice spray, but it's not going to nick them. The only issue I have right now is that Laser is in a weird spot of having 50% of his HP just like that. Yeah, 64 to be precise, but 1 down. They got the nick here. He's not going to make it work here, but they can cause them to lose 2 guns potentially, and that's the main thing they really need right now.
Nope.
Excuse me?
The plant spot, baby. I mean,
They know that to the back of the head. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan they set up for, right? Yeah, you try and keep those 2 players pushed away, locked away in that B main area, in that late lurk, so that hopefully, right, you can play post plant. It's planted for you. You have the mollies, you have all that good stuff, and adjust will get the job done. In that scenario, right, what do you do if you're that Jet? You really can't do much, and now you're going to be fighting for that OT. Like you said, that was the whole point. Try not to get that Surely Tragic side onto 12, and instead they do find their way. And I hit the null command question mark. I kind of got my sides mixed up. That was actually a great null command because that prevents all of those ults from being used. You secure 12 on the board, and now you're forcing the other team to play for overtime.
Right, and so in that kind of scenario right now, what we're gonna have to see here from them is where they can really maximize their ultimates here, because they're gonna definitely push into an overtime scenario, and well, that's kind of the worst scenario you can really have here, because right now VNR's looking so strong. It's just a slip of a finger here and there, and that's kind of where they're standing here. But surely Tragic, hoping to prove themselves onto the board here, prove themselves that they've got this far. One more game in the back here. Laser Dart is Shock Dart's gonna make it work here. As Laser Jack's 2 on the side, 3 for themselves here, and the Blaze Storm online.
Bot coming back.
That's just a massive mistake there, right? You obviously throw one Shock Dart. Yeah, kind of have to hold it after the Shock Dart comes out. It's not going to kill a player. You can certainly just tank it, and that they will. They get 3 kills, and now Jame maybe with a chance to do 3 of their own. That's really the only way you can get back into this one, and it doesn't look like they're going to give him any sort of chances, as Aragi will also pick up one towards top mid. Yeah, this round seems like it's a wrap for Jame.
Nope. There we go. Jamie gets 1 at least. Hey, you know what? Gotta give it to him. He is gonna lose out here, but they have information where he is. He's gonna maybe take 2. Nope, not take 2. 1 is all he's gonna get here, and he's gonna be happy with that. But 12-11. I mean, I really don't want this going into an overtime scenario, especially for either teams. Right now, it will be the favor for Surely Tragic, as well. I don't think they can really hold on when it comes to, you know, overtime. I mean, I don't really see how they can possibly turn this back very easily, especially given they have a very strong momentum on both attacking and defending when it comes to VNR. So maybe it's best they just try to clean this on up here, Ari. I'm not too sure.
Well, VNR, they have kind of one option here, and that's to play slow, isolate the picks, because you have that Enroll Theft, and you're going to play off of that. I think that Surely Tragic here, they're going to have to go fast. I mean, you have 3 Stingers, you have a Blade Storm. You're going to excel on that fast hit, especially with something like a KO knife. If it tags that Sentinel, you're set up for success, but they're going to opt to play a little bit slower, and this will give that advantage to that opposing team, Team VNR. They will be able to get their ultimates online and get value out of it, but it seems like finally the hit will come through. And although 1 casualty is found, this Hunter's Fury is invested tags too, and doesn't get extra.
That's a beautiful tag, all things considered here. We are going to see if they can try and turn this around. Blade Storm is out here, but they've got so much to contest. Spike Carrier down here, they're going to try and turn this around, as Surely Tragic picks up from 1 on the side here, 2 on the side, coming in from VNR as they try their best here. They are going to make it out with LSR, a little bit nicked for rare, but takes up for 1 here. Nicely done, turns this around. VNR is now back on the board here, 12-12, overtime scenario.
Switching sides.
You know, I'm actually just cursing Ollie's curse, because I had to mention it. I had to bring it up so that actually, you know, there would be a win. So it's like a cancellation curse, whatever you want to call it. Either way, you know, Laser really popping off 30 kills on the game. I mean, I think I know who I'm putting on my roster for fantasy after this one.
Oh, I see how it is. You know, yes, I agree.
Yeah. I mean, can you blame me? Look at the amount of value that Laser has had. It seems like the round is over, but then when Laser's alive, never mind. Anything could happen.
Okay, I'm gonna ask for a word of you know, some words coming in from our dear producer here. Ollie, can you give us a word on like how you think this game is gonna go? Is that how you win? Yeah, I agree. No, I'm fine with this. As we turn this around though, we are gonna see a spray and pray situation. Laser is gonna remove this net, and I guess they're just kind of pushing it here. Right now, Marketplace is going to be the first thing to be flooded here, and Syntax calling this one out. Has Throw the Cage at the corner right there. So hoping to see if he can make anything work. Spike is planted here, and now Surely Tragic has to turn this around somehow.
I love this play to go on the side fast.
I don't think he realizes it, but it's going to be a little bit tough for him to pick that one here. But they have information for themselves right now. They are going to pick out one to Shadow here on Snapter. Snapter is going to see if he can hold that one a little bit more, as Syntax waiting for the opportunity to turn this around here. Hello, goodbye. Does not see him coming in just a bit here, and he's looking low on bullets here. 5 bullets left, he's going to reload, that's it. And the attacker side has won here. We are seeing VNR come out with 1 on top, hoping to clean this one up. They need 1 more point on the board. Overtime match point.
Well, I think VNR, they have like, I don't even know what really changed. I feel like VNR really hasn't been doing anything different. I feel like it's just been Surely Tragic who have been controlling this pace. That's what it feels like. And now you're going to see Zawia on that Odin on attack, a little bit different. But I have found that the gap in that VNR setup is market, right? They're going to allow for that gap to be made, but not this round. They're going to stack towards mid, knowing that they've been giving up that space time and time again, and that's where you see the pace change once again from the other team. So both teams deciding to do a pace change.
Right, and now with that pace change kind of just set up here, maybe we might see something different coming in, but for the most part, this game is looking exactly like that last round right now, and just that they've got the pun down already. So LSR is gonna see if he can find and take anything here. Top Bragger right now picks up for one. Shock dart, sorry, not shock dart. We're gonna see information coming in here. Very nice recon dart coming in, and now we have LSR again waiting on the opportunity here. Does see a little bit here, does not make the flick in time here. Turns around, picks it up. No, does not. Goes around here. Jamal Ball's got it down. Shadows turning in for LSR here. Top Bragger is down for the count here. As Snapper turns this around, we are gonna see Zawi going with that Odin, making it work here. Spray and pray here. You might be able to make it work, and unfortunate through the wall here. Surely, how could you possibly see this as anything else? Surely tragic indeed. VNR picked this one up in overtime. Scoreline 12-14 on Ascent. Can you actually blame me for saying that surely tragic had this one in the bag? Because VNR came out on top after that.
You had to do it to him. You had to do it to him. You had to say the name.
I had to say the name.
Yeah, I mean, really, that is the true story, right? They lost, what was it, 5, 6 in a row to end off that map. Maybe you get a little overconfident. Either way, I mean, we saw great moments from both teams, but it just seemed like VNR finally pulled it on through and managed to take this one home finally on their map pick, right? And now we're going to swap it over to the opposing team's map pick, and maybe they get something going, or maybe we see that close game once again.
Who knows? But mind you, before we go into it, VNR is on the attacking side of their next map. We'll tell you what their next map is in just a bit. If you've not been here, we'll give you a quick update later on. So stay with us. We'll be back in just a bit. Ari, we're gonna go to a short break, and we're gonna have that custom 1v1. Just so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. So
I'll see you guys when someone's victorious.
All right, we'll see you.
나의 속도가 돈이라면 벤z on me 더 세게 괴롭혀봐 나를 rain on me 다가서면 뱅뱅 전부 걸어 게임처럼 너의 고개를 떨굴 때는 dance on it 모두 몸에 걸어 눈이 빛나는 걸로 전부 걸치고 난이 노리는 것들일 거야 발밑에 쫓아와도 너는 절대 못 껴 넘어질 배포도 없는 애들은 no 따라오지 못하는 건 예방가 아니지 그래 stop boys now my time 아니 거리동이 틈에 판이 바뀌지 건 당연하니 cause my time 시시하게 겉으로만
And welcome back everyone to the Reyna's Overdrive. We have one of our group stages games coming along just fine, and they're just joining us. My name is Nitera, and I am joined by the lovable Ari Cast herself, and we've got this one going. First game has been concluded, and that game is gonna be VNR versus Surely Tragic, with VNR picking themselves one game into this best of 3. So we are now currently at match point here. This next one could be the decider here. Ari, how are you feeling about this? I'm a little bit excited right now. I want to see Zowie though really pull through. You know, it is what it is.
That was a long one. You know, I'm already a little bit tired. It's a little toasty in this room, but that's not going to stop me from casting some more Valorant. I mean, the game, although long, was very entertaining all the way through. You saw
Tell me about
plays.
it.
I mean, there was a deadlock.
I saw Zowie.
Deadlock
I saw Zowie.
won.
Zowie.
Deadlock.
Odin.
Well, yeah, it's Ascent.
Odin and Zowie.
We need to get.
But
the,
just to note,
producer
everyone,
bias
I mean,
away.
Ari. Yeah, but just to note, Ari, I mean, I think you did mention that we would see everyone here after our games, you know, our custom lobby. Sad to say, unfortunate with that lobby, we had a disconnect at the start. You know, server's laggy, not our fault. Then our guns stopped working, the bullets were curving, gravity wasn't working in the lobby, we tried to reset it. And after we tried shooting each other, it seemed like we have plot armor. So unfortunately, that isn't going to work for us. We're going to have to be back on the cast. We'll work on it later, don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, inconclusive. You know, Ari and me still technically, you know, Ascend level gameplay and Unranked Demon. Just saying.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Wow, is that how we're gonna do it? You know what? Fine, we'll do it later. Jeez. Alright, if you want it so bad, we'll give it to you. But in the next round, though, we're going into Icebox, which might be our decider map with this match with VNR versus Surely Tragic. Once again, VNR is going to be on the attacking side, as they've opted to be on the attacking side for all of their games, surprisingly. And so Icebox is going to be the next one here. I'm excited to see if they want to opt for a double Sentinel composition as per usual. And maybe will they even bring back Viper, which after the nerfs still look fairly strong, all things considered.
I feel like if you run Deadlock on Ascent, I feel like they're also gonna run Deadlock on Icebox. I mean,
No, bet Yoru.
We saw EG run it a few times, and it seemed to work out pretty decently. It's just a whole different caliber of gameplay here, right? Style's a little bit different. So I honestly could expect to see anything anything but ISO, that is.
Actually, I rephrase that. I want to see Chamber. I want to see Chamber. You know what? We're gonna get Chamber.
I was gonna say, ain't no way they just pick ISO after I said that. Okay. Well.
Maybe. No. We are seeing Sage come in here, which is one we haven't seen in quite a long time, but I really love to see how Sage's wall can really help them into their plant situation. And of course, the Viper comes back in here, but on top of that, we are going to see Killjoy. So VNR has a very oriented kind of composition here. I'm really liking it. You know, step a little bit more on the offense side, you know, giving a little bit of heals to the Jet or Soba to help them sustain the fight longer. On the other side though, I am hoping to see a Gecko here, which is going to be possibly picked up. We are also going to see a Harbor, which I think is a little bit weird for me, but otherwise, where's the Chamber? I don't see it. You guys are trolling. Come on. Chamber.
No, I mean, I think the Harbor makes sense with the Viper pick as well. You can't really solo one of them, so it's a nice combination to have both of them running up. You can cycle that utility. You know, when the Viper wall goes down, you use that Harbor utility. And plus the Cove functions as a semi-Sage wall. Not exactly the same for blocking mollies, but still providing that cover, still making it a little bit easier. And I think Veneer, they're going to be set up for success here with that Gecko Sova. I mean, that one very traditional. I don't know. Sage to me is one of those picks where it's hit or miss, right? It depends kind of on the team's play style that you're playing against on whether it works or not, because you can always just jump over the wall on A side, and it's a little bit stronger on attack than it is on defense. So I'm interested to see how that wall is placed, and really if we're going to see any Grim Walls, because that would be a little fun to watch.
That would definitely be fun to watch indeed. I am going to try and think of a situation they can really turn themselves out of as they come into this hard and heavy. But until then, I mean, we're going to see whether they can make it out of the first pistol round. That's going to be the one thing that starts them off anyways, as we hope to tap into the game here. We're going to see whether they can make this work.
As we get into this first game, it seems like, what is this, a B push? I mean, okay, I guess, well, it was an attempt for a B push, and that one quickly gets dismantled.
Ooh, and just not really working out, I guess, early on. Completely locked out. Shirley Tragic is now out of the count here. Not too sure where we can turn this around, but hey, we're gonna see whether this works, as they are gonna just sneaky around this one, and this is gonna be it. They are pushing into site right now, and I'm not too sure if this is gonna be the deciding moment. As you can see, oh, there it is, they're going in hard and heavy. I'm really seeing how this works out, but oh, it's not looking too good. They tried for it, and Gecko really sustained a little bit from that. Ooh, that's kind of dangerous. All things considered though, they are gonna pick up 3 for themselves here. Surely Tragic is just knocking themselves down like flies here, and the situation is back in 2-2.
Spikes down.
Oh,
That was a
it is.
2v5.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, and you were saying 1v1 situation, traded out. Killjoy Ditto is now up and ready though. We have the Ghost here. Have they reloaded? That's the question I have. Oh, goes up here. Zowie. It's all things considered. That's my favorite. Jumps down, fix. And from behind, you know what? Yeah, sure, fine, sure. Ruined my hopes and dreams. You guys got it. But anyway, good job.
That was a 2v5! What? You can't
was
throw
insane.
moments like that, right? You have the advantage, and then you kind of just give away 3 free picks. There's no trade. I'm speechless. I don't know. It's just so frustrating to me, right? In those situations where you have your team set up for success, and then you throw it all away, and maybe it's those rounds why Veneer are just a little bit stronger right now, right? You just got to be a little bit more consistent throughout these rounds, and surely Tragic. That one, I feel like
Oop,
participates in the
out.
namesake.
Information for one, Laser holding down that. Marshall is just not really going to find anything around that corner here, but, you know, she could just dash around, maybe make something work here. Syntax going to trap this round. They have the wall set up, and of course, there we go. That is the plan for them. They have side B locked for themselves. They have the wall, they have the smoke, they have everything they need to just block side in, force them out. They have information for one here, as Laser now is being scouted out. They know they have a Marshall here, and they can't just exactly peek out. Shockdart is out here, and you're going to see they can dissuade it to move away here. Another one coming in here, not making it work, and Laser not finding its mark here. We are going to see the pick up on Shadow here, 2 on the side on Zowie here, 3 on to Jamie. Can we get 4? No, Asher returning favor on the classic here. Turns this around. Asher's unfortunately not going to be able to make it work against a rifle here, and this is going to be the wall bang of the century here, as now we are in this post-plan situation where basically this lone harbor just can't do anything about it. Sheriff in a dream. Maybe he can get one more extra pick here. Nicely done. The pick is done. He's not going to be able to defuse this, but he can hopefully make one more pick. Nope, that's it. He's going to call this one a day here and basically just give himself off.
Yep, go down to Spike. But 3 nice shots, you know, obviously not the hardest to hit, especially when that Marshall becomes an operator in a round like that. But you're ever so closer to that Blade Storm, which is a very, very valuable weapon to have, especially if you plan on hitting A site in round number 3 on that bonus. right? That's what you typically see. You see people hit that B site when the defense is on an eco, and you hit the A site when you're on the weaker guns. And ironically, that kind of just works out because of how the map is built. So that is fundamental Valorant. And you'd have to imagine to expect kind of things like those. So I guess the pace change and changing up those strats is really what's important in the grand scheme of the macro. And that's why these teams are such an even match.
Well, let's just see if they can really turn this around here as LSR is going to regroup his team. And we're going to see down the side here, Shadow's going to have to contest against all of that firepower if they ever see anything. As Laser tries to pick this ultimate out for himself here, we are going to see Shadow's just not going to be able to spot it. He's behind box here, and I'll tell you, this cargo freight is just going to be the one thing between him and the kill. And look at that, he's able to get out just fine here. Shadow's going to peek around here and see that Syntic is there, takes out one, and going to go down to ERG, and we go. Reggie, sorry, not ERG. Zawi's going to pick out one onto Jamal balls, and this is going to be it. They have the plant once again here. Situation is 4-3. They have the heal as well, so looking very healthy across the board. Now, player advantage obviously there here, and now we're going to see if they can turn this around. Recon Dart is out. They have information for 2. Dart out. Can he tag one? Does not tag. Oh, does tag onto LSR here. And now we are going to see a defuse potentially come out here. There we go. Spray and pray. Does he get it work here? As nothing is working for them. They have to wait it out here. They do pick up one on the side here. And to 2 in a trade with LSR. Zawi returning a favor here. Jamie returned this last one. And the fusion is theirs. Now putting itself on the board just like before here. But a little bit of a reverse scenario.
Yeah, no, I mean, this does make sense. Yeah, a lot of damage done to that ST side, but they still, pull on through. And I think the approach was nice, but I would have liked to see maybe a little bit more mid pressure, something of that sort from VNR, right? Obviously, just throwing your bodies at B site, opting for the same plant that you did the previous round, combined with the fact that you have weaker guns, shouldn't go in your favor. And I wish they went the extra step to give themselves some sort of advantage.
As we look through the horizon here into the icy mountains, we are going to see hopefully maybe a way they can turn this around here. Now my site is completely blocked by the harbor, and they're going to push in for this into site A. They wrap around here, they have picked themselves on out with visual here. They have visual for sure, and now they turn this around. Situation is 5 players to 4 now, and of course with the rifles that they have in the backhand, it's just kind of looking very good for Surely Tragic here with that one player down, especially if they have the Blaze Storm on hand. So now if Harbor really wants to do the reckoning here, I mean, it's going to be such a really, really strong defense coming out. But I'm not sure if that's kind of a play here. I think they can make this work with 5 players.
That's not the one, but, what do you really do in this scenario if you're the attackers, right? You know that defense is going to be playing for retake with the reckoning. I guess you just have to hope to fight in front of it, so you try and get posted up into the most aggressive positions as you can. The only question is, right, you're going to be making a gamble eventually. It's just about which gamble is the right one, and it seems like the call to fight Heaven, or at least back, I guess. Never mind, it's back up. I guess it's play for that utility spam, and I'm not quite sure this is going to work out for them as the numbers favor, the reckoning. It's all part of the plan.
Now let's see if they can really turn this around, as we are going to see how this is panning out for them. LSR is going to return with team again. Another deja vu. Lone Shadow trying to make this one thing, and we're not going to see it happening as they go pushing through the wall here. They are going to pick themselves up for a 2-2 trade. Another one down and bites the dust here. A lone Harbor here, very low here. He's going to spray and pray. They are going to pick up themselves Iraqi, and this is going to be it. Beautifully done here. They were able to save the 2 players on this side here, and this is looking great for them. Visual's going to take this defuse. Defenders have equalized this one here, 2-2.
It's just the playing retake with the reckoning combined with the mollies. I would have liked to see probably that aggressive front, just based off the fact that you can catch them off guard. They're not going to be expecting you to push up when you're getting ulted. Why would you do that? Well, that reason exactly, right? Catch them off guard. Now instead you see the 2-2 tie, you see the eco buy come out from VNR, and this one flips the script a little bit. It really kind of comes down to everyone playing as a team. Right now on Ascent, we saw there was some flashy performances, especially by Laser, but right now it seems to be a lot more team-based, and maybe that's why the maps were picked in the way they were.
Oh! Scary start. They get a shadow for one here, and they're unable to make anything work here. The wall is out here, and they have to plant again. Raggy so predominant with that wall as they're able to make this one work. Now they're gonna turn this around. Can we see the wall come in here? The slow pops out here. Ashen turning around the corner, and we are gonna see nothing make off on the Trasher. But hey, you know what? That's fine. They can actually retake this Trasher here. They retake this entire box, and they can turn this around. Slow up again, dissuade them from doing anything here, and we do see the Hunter's Fury pops up here, and they're gonna not nick anyone here. Information is 0. They aren't gonna get anything work. Last player standing here onto the Gecko, and that thrifty round is theirs for the taking. A lot of retakes here and there, and I love to see it happen.
I feel like we're just watching Icebox Simulator. What is that?
What's new? What's new?
It's just you play retake, right? You get the bomb down on B, then you play retake with your ults and your utility. And there obviously needs to be a plan to either bait out some of that utility earlier or just prevent that plant altogether. And you really don't see it. That's why the Thrifty comes on through. And it definitely seems like VNR are a little bit more comfortable on that B site than they are the A site. They obviously know what their game plan is on the A site.
Right.
But they don't look as comfortable. The utility combos don't seem quite there. The Wingman Cove is always throwing in a wrench. It's just not exactly the most stable.
I mean, I can show you another kind of simulator. It's called a bird box simulator. Here, close your eyes.
I'm not cultured. I did not see that.
Oh, did you not get the joke? Oh, bird box just show where like people close their eyes and they can't look at things.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I'm not cultured.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't get a joke either. Oh, I'm so uncultured. Okay, never mind. As he push through here, Laser's gonna see if he can swing for anything here. Swings, and he does get one on the side here through the wall here. Nice push back here. It's actually now gonna go back onto the rafts here. And we're gonna see something again. Rafters is not where it's at as Laser picks up one Zawi from the back door here. We are gonna see Rafters coming in. Nope, no, we're not seeing any Rafter action. We're gonna see a lone jet going down here. Fell at the corner. Syntax back in the corner again, gonna wrap around here. They have the spike down already, they don't have to force this. Snapper gonna give some information to his team here, maybe. We're not gonna see it happen just yet, but the recon dot is standby right now. Through the wall here, we are gonna see another one go down. Syntax taking down Shadow here, another one down to Syntax to Ashen, and last one to Snapper into Jamal. And there it is. Again, 4-2 situation, looking great for them, Ari.
I guess I would like to see maybe a little bit of a defensive protocol swap up. Obviously, you see the Cove invested, then the Wingman, and then it's just like clockwork. I want to see them fake the Wingman or something like that, right? Where you tap the bomb and throw the Wingman to fake it so that when he goes down, you're actually still sticking. They stop spraying, something of that sort. Because right now, you're just playing into the hands of the attackers. They're executing their plans on you perfectly. They're getting the bomb down, and even though with a few casualties, they still have an infinite amount of lineups. This is the only time that we've seen visual, push up. They did it once more, and that was the time that it worked. So hopefully it works this time, and Jay will claim a victim.
Oh, true that though. Laser has him stopped here. Jay is just gonna walk out and he's gonna get completely locked up by Operator. This is dangerous, right? He knows as well, and that's the scariest part though. But unfortunately, they do pick it out. Syntax is gonna get revived by Reggie here, and now the situation is looking so much in their favor here. That 5th point for them is gonna be so predominant right now, and there it is. They're postured here for a very strong retake situation as they are slowly losing players left and right. Lockdown is also ready as well on the side of the attackers, and this is gonna be a very dangerous situation for them as they are gonna give this punt up to them. Defenders have to play close punt right now, Ari, and it's not looking too good. Oh, and the pit as well, I believe, is now being locked out, maybe? There we go, it's smoking it up in here. Spring and praying, just not finding his mark. Ashen's just sticking in the landing here. Has to try for something right now. Another one coming out. The Wingman's gonna try and bait him out. He's gonna enter in. They have information for one. Snapper is gonna try his best here, but goes down. Raggy, next one come in here. Shows a slow up, trying to make something work here. Has to go in for it. The lockdown is again being popped out, but it's out on the defenders, and they're not gonna force them to back away though, because that spike is already counting down. They need to defend with their life here. Raggy going down right now onto Ashen, and now a pickup coming in for Jamal here. Nicely done here. Turns around, picks up the killjoy here onto Syntax. Zawi, unfortunately, not gonna be able to finish this on his own as the attackers pick this one out with another 2 kills into that. And Syntax, a nice gun for yourself to pick up.
Yeah, the lockdown just a tad late. Really, that's what it comes down to. If you pop that lockdown, you're forcing those defenders to, or the attackers to either make a decision. Okay, are we going to stick around and fight that, try and either break that, or make sure we can play plant denial in the pit? Or, right, do we go back and play our lineup strat? I understand the timing that was trying to be taken, right? Make it awkward so that you don't quite know which one you're going to be playing, but that also makes it so that where Surely Tragic don't know what's happening, because if we don't know what we're doing, then how can they know? It's that weird logic, and that's why you're going to see the timeout come out, because neither of these teams, well, I should say neither. Surely Tragic are the ones that don't quite know what's ahead of them and what's been hitting them these past few rounds.
And I think the biggest issue they have right now is trying and convert anything from this, right? We did see the lockdown come in, which was fantastic, right? A return favor, but at that point it's a little bit too late for them already because we're in the post-plant situation, and the spike was already coming down so long at that point, it just felt so much more assuring to stay next to it. And then they had to return the favor of their lockdown and still not make it work. Now all they have is Hunter's Fury, and I'm not too sure when they can convert anything off that for maybe a 3-5. What they really need right now is to just find picks here.
Syntix has been the one to close out these rounds, and maybe the Zowie getting aggressive here.
Oh, let's see. Turn this around. We're gonna see if they can make anything work. Zowie is not the Odin, but you know, Sheriff still has the kind of aim they need here. Ashen unfortunately not being able to pick it up here. Hunter's Fury comes out, not making anything work here, but they are gonna nick just a little bit. And now we're gonna see one pick out on the Hunter's Fury here onto Raggy, and this is gonna be great. Two on the side with Visual picking up the laser, and now we're in this weird situation for them, pushing out. They are postured here to really fight them in the close quarters combat with the Sheriff here, but no, just not ready. As Jamal sitting around the wall here, and this is not looking too good for them. Turns this around. They have to make this one work, and this is gonna be a 2v2 situation, Ditto mode right now, and they are gonna opt to go to side B here. They have the wall standby for that anyways here, but look at that. As the other side, two players sitting onto A. I'm not too sure that's the right player right now. Surely Tragic does not realize this, but side B is just open for a taking. They're hard reading this, but that red is entirely wrong.
Yeah, the book they're reading right now might just be full of pictures.
30 seconds
And that one,
left.
maybe not the grade level of how high this VNR team is at right now. But either way, right, they should be able to get this bomb down with plenty of time left. And time burn should be a lot too, right? The rotation over from A to B is drastic. You're talking, 15 seconds where these players have to run clear everything, and no way, they're opting to flank. That's going to burn even more time, and the bomb isn't planted for main, so they're not going to find that out until they shift walk all the way up through B main.
I mean, is that really a concern here? I mean, if it really works, if the flank works, all power to them, but right now, I think like I said, the main thing they need is picks. Giving them this round might actually be correct if they can clean the entire team out. Because right now, that's all they can really hope on. Information is out now with the recon dart here. They are going to see and understand that the players are already here. Shock dart coming out. They are not going to make a mark here. They do pick up one side here. Nice trade coming in here and a return favor onto the attackers. They have cleared 4 players out, and I think that is probably the most neutral scenario you can really get. Favorable neutral scenario. So, all things considered, giving this round might not be the worst thing in the world. Ari, I mean, hear me cope and Seep here, but I really do think that this might be a okay scenario for them.
I mean, that was a Sheriff buy through and through, so they did do a lot of damage, but it really comes down to the read that VNR had, right? Obviously, they want the guns, so they're going to come and try and pick them up and try to make this as even as possible, hence why we plant back sight, hence why it's played how it was. And like I said, the time did get burned on down. You saw the difference making there, so both teams using their brains today as they have some exceptional gameplay for us. But right now, VNR has just been the one to come out on top.
And mind you, this is not VNR's map pick, but Surely Tragic's, and now they're just kind of like letting it slip away as well. So this is going to be very painful for them. They have to try and find some foothold here. They have the Reckoning on standby now, and I'm hoping they can turn this around, but it's anyone's guess. I do see the plant being going down right now, and it's going to hurt them a little bit. They are going to wait for the situation to turn this around here as they have everything they need. They are already postured for them to enter here. The post-plant situation is looking really dire for them as they all back away from this.
That was a big kill, by the way.
Yeah, that was a big kill. Reckoning's out. So this is around. soak in the moment here as they are going to make this for as Visual is waiting for opportunity here. Is hoping to see if they can find anyone here. Diffusing is attempted here as Ashen goes in for the wingman but picks out and gets knocked out as Jimmy. Syntax going in for 1 here as Visual for 1, returning a favor. General Ball snapped her for 2, and that is it. 3 players up again. I cannot believe my eyes as slowly bit by bit they are losing the advantage they got on the 2-6 round.
Well, you know, I hate to bring it up, but going back to who Ollie was rooting for. Okay, now I'm done. That was it. 2-7 the score line, and this one has just been running away. VNR have just found themselves in a groove, right? Just playing the fundamental icebox games. Flammable icebox.
Alright, we're gonna see if they can make this one work here. They are pushing into B side right now, and this is a 5-man push here. We only have 1 Viper to really stop them and contest this, but well, it looks like VNR has this one in the back here. We are gonna see a little molly action come out, but not really stopping them. Planted down right now is the spike, and this is gonna be it. 5 players against 4. VNR is looking really good right now with that 5. Bladestorm is on standby as well, and all they have is a Thrasher to really contest them. Oh! 1 for the side here. Vito going to throw the wall now, and now we're going to see if we can take out this round. They do take out 1 for the side here. Shadow taking 1 for a laser, and now we're going to turn this around. 1 more pick here, potentially. There we go. And as we have 4 players down, this is the last one standing here. There it is. There it is.
Right here.
4v2, by the way. That was a 4v2 in the post plant, and yeah, it really just kind of it's struggling for them right now. They're not quite getting what they want to done. And yeah, this is, I mean, what do you do here if you are Surely Tragic? I mean, what do you think?
I'm feeling a little bit more of saving a lot. I mean, they don't have a lot of things to really contest them and convert this over, and that's the main thing. Right now they have a reckoning, sure, but is this going to turn it around for them? And that's just no. They have to get some combination of, you know, ultimates here they can really make use and work, and have a little bit more information. Right now, you see, as they're going to 5-man this again to B, how many players understand the situation and turn this around? This is completely different from like game 1.
The B site going to be walked on just once again. It seems like retake has been the name of the game. Oh, never mind. Shadow with a nice little banger of a shot. There's a gap in the wall, by the way, and that will prompt out this reckoning. That's going to force out the response. Look at this. Jamal balling out today, and we'll find 2 kills. The lockdown invested, but too little too late. Right now, it seems like for Surely Tragic as... They're going to have, you know, 1 player and a 1v2. The lockdown forcing them to run away. The positioning is completely lost for all 3 players now, and you really just have to take a gamble. The time's not on your side. It really just seems so shambles for you. And now that footstep has been made, the positioning revealed. And when it's all said and done, this should be a secured up win for the side of VNR.
Oh, peek. Nah, there it is. Really good try there coming in from Shadow, but it's just not gonna make core. And especially on the Guardian, it's so scary.
Oh boy, 9-2. I mean, hey, do you happen to know what happens if there's a 1 rounded by Surely Tragic here? Do you know what numbers we're looking at?
3-9. And that is a very interesting number. I think we all know what that number is, right, Ari?
I mean, I don't believe in curses. I'm kidding. I absolutely believe in curses because I've cast a curse in so many people.
You cast a curse twice this game entirely, so just to let you know that. But yeah, sure, you know, you can choose what you want to believe.
I think I have the world record for caster curses, and honestly, I will own up to that because it is fun to have the game's control in your hands.
Low-key? No, yeah, you're right, but kind of need them to get the 3-9 here. This is actually very important for them to turn this around. Surely Tragic has a lot riding on this. They don't want to be knocked out of the tournament just yet against one of these stronger teams in the groups that are in. Picks up 1% takes turn 2. Nope, they're not going to make it. Last player standing is Snapper, and I don't really think it's snapped into 5 people with like 1 gun. Our drone.
Well, climbing? Oh!
Oh! What? Excuse me?
No!
Yo,
you
snap,
did not just
snapper?
do that. Oh.
Knife to gun, let's go. Oh. No way. No way. Oh my, they actually made it work. Insane.
How do you get 3 there? That is absurd. How, oh
He was playing
my-
with his knife. There's no way.
I'm gonna need to take a break. Somebody wake me up when this game is over because I'm done. After that one, I'm done. I don't know how to predict anything of what this game is gonna go. However, I guess I do have to, say that the winning team with 9 rounds seems to be doing pretty good. I feel like it doesn't take a genius to know that, though.
I'm not really sure where they can turn this around, but personally, I think Tragic, well, they can really turn this back into their favor from the 3-9 situation. It's gonna take a lot of effort, and it's gonna start from this pistol round.
Laser walking up in this B main area, and a lot of this aggression not gonna go noted from the side of Surely Tragic, as they will not have anyone there. Sure, there's a turret, but it just gets broken, not letting them know how many are quite on that flank. Now we got Icebox Simulator once again for you. Wingman does go down, so that's going to throw a big wrench in the plans. And as this triple flank comes back on up, you're going to see the plans come through, question mark. No, it seems like Syntix will finally land the bullets, and, well, there you go. All the kills flooding on through. The tap not on the stick, but oh, okay, flawless round. Wrap it up and call it a day. I mean, we're looking at possibly 11-3 here, and this is not where you want to be at for the side of Surely Tragic.
Tell me about it here, but they have a flawless in the back here. The situation now is 3-10, but 3-9 not looking too good.
I mean, what was the Fnatic curse? 11-2, 11-3, something like that. Where they came back and beat Optic in 11-3. So yeah, it's still doable. They got something.
Still doable,
it's possible.
still doable.
And it was on this map too. So if anything can happen, you gotta have some hope. And really, those need to be your chances. You need to believe in yourself. You have to play confident. Otherwise, you will not win these rounds. You have to be taking the space as much as you can and still be disciplined about it.
Right, but with that being said, though, they have the Outlaw on standby here. He's gonna wait for opportunity here. LSR is just waiting for opportunity. Snapter goes down to the side. Visual taking that one out here as he turns around. And Raggy trying to slow up to stop them. And now Jamal Balls turns around the corner here. Shadow picking him up just like that. Did not expect to see that, but hey, you know what? 1 free pickings for them, and it's actually looking very good. They are going to rotate around here to side B, though, as Shadow has trying to infiltrate here to try and get something going here. Syntix picking that one up for himself. The situation is 3-3 here, as Jay has the recon dart and the shotgun on standby. They have information coming out in just a bit here. They aren't going to find anyone, unfortunately, here, and the spike is going to be dropped down here, but nicked here and there it is. Visuals again spraying into it, and they're not gonna make it work here. As Syntix goes down into that one, he's not gonna make it work. They have a great trade coming in as Laser goes for Jamie here. Situation is 1v2 as Ashen is waiting. He has the opportunity to really go for a flick here, but a flank could really hurt him. He's gonna wrap around here and doesn't realize the two of them have moved forward here. So all he needs to do is come and do a little spooky wookie at the back here. Dizzy comes out here. He's gonna try and fight this one, but no, to no avail. He's gonna wrap around again. Try sprays here, does not make it work. Syntix getting nicked just a little bit here. Another opportunity for them here, but they're not gonna see it. Laser is now up above him, and I'm not gonna see this happen here. He has information for 0 now, and he picked this one up. That is going to be the 11-3 coming in from them.
Well, I would say the Fnatic curse is in effect, but there was also a force up on that round. So now you're really just playing for OT. You're going to be playing for 12-3 here, and unless you can pull out a magical thrifty, then... Oh, well, okay, Fnatic did the thrifty here too. Okay, well, you know what? Never mind.
You know what?
I don't have the script anymore.
A flick and a miss. That's all I can say. A flick and a miss.
What do you do here?
Alright, let's see what I can do. Ari, bring me into this one. I'm kind of excited to see where they can turn this around.
I mean, well, that's not a turnaround. I'm gonna be honest. Laser just landing the bullets right off the bat. Jamal Balls landing the shots there. I mean, Shadow claims one, but Ashen can't even hit a Sova drone. Yeah, at this point, you may as well drop the weapon, buddy. Good luck. No, I'm kidding. You know, we gotta be nice to everybody here. It's time to have some fun here, and maybe Jamal will get in the action. Yes, indeed. Lands one shot, lands an extra one, and Now, just researching, trying to find that final player. Well, gets shot in the back for it, but now a 3v1 in the hands of Visual.
Ooh, this might be really spicy for them, Ari. I'm excited if they can turn this one back into their favor. It's looking really good for them initially. As Eagle pick themselves up here, defenders have won once again. 12-3 scenario. That curse is, well, it's being broken, which is a great thing, but not so good for the side coming in from Veneer. Veneer wants to pick this one back up here, and right now, why I say it's not great for them is because Ari, if they take 9 games losses in a row, it's back to overtime again, and that's going to be insane on their mental.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't see it coming.
I'm trusting Surely Tragic got this. You know, I will cope, and I believe Surely Tragic has this.
I'm there for some good old out there predictions. I'm known for doing that as well. But this one seems a little bit too far. I mean,
believe in me that believes in you. They've got one. They've got one.
Okay, now you're gonna need what, 45 more? Straight?
Sure, yeah, 45 more. They can make this one work. I don't know what you're talking about. They've got this in the bag, right? Syntax spraying in through here, trying to make something work here as Zawi back around the corner with a Guardian of all things, and this is going to be a little bit interesting. One hit, nope, that's not making it work. Unfortunate, goes down. There we go. There's another player down for them here as Surely Tragic has the plant down. They have the wall up right now. And now they've walled it off. They have basically have information for everyone where they are. They force them to go through the choke here. They are going to try to attempt this though as Shadow wraps around through the rafters here and try to make something work. Heaven's looking a little bit spicy here, but hey, nothing's coming up from them. Syntax 6 on one for the side here as Visual returns the favor onto Jamal balls, and he's no longer balling on that one. Visual waiting for opportunity here, does not make it work, has to change to the classic here. Very dangerous coming around here. Nice right click there. Turns around here and finishes up. The 4-12 has been online here. 8 more to go. Ari, are you feeling it with me? Because if you're not, I'm going to be on the winning side when I'm down at this.
Well, you may say that you're going to be on the winning side of this, but what is it? The winners write history, and you're going to have 8 more rounds to go before that history is made. And then, even after that, you're still going to have to win an extra map. Don't forget. By the way, this is still map 2. So not only do you have to come back 8 rounds, you still have to then win an extra map. I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry. I want to be a believer, but the doubters have convinced me.
I'm a doubter, and I believe, as we do see here, Veneer spraying and praying shooters. I don't know if they can make anything work, but as we turn this around here, oh wow, that is very dangerous here. They are going to chop down that smoke on themselves here and Chief can back away here. The wall is up now. They are going to pick themselves out. Surely Tragic, first one onto the board on this round here, and this is going to be a very good start to a lot of things. Turns around here, Zawi waiting for the opportunity. Is holding it down here. Can he pick it up? There we go. Zawi picks up one on the snapper. There's 2 players down, 3 players left onto the side of Veneer, and it's looking very dangerous to them. Raggy is just waiting up into that box there. He's going to peek around, hopefully find something. But cargo freights here looking a little bit hard and heavy. We have 4 players there. We need to clear this one out. Surely Tragic throwing out the Z right now, and we're going to see if they can make it work here. We are going to see one on the side here. They are going to pick a trade right now. City's going down here. Surely Tragic picks up 2 on more, and there it is. Attackers now pushing up with 5 games to their name.
What if me doubting is actually a big brain plan to pretend like I'm caster cursing, but in fact I'm actually not, and it's just a big 5 head play? No, okay.
No. My money is on Surely Tragic now. You cannot take this away from me. You stick with Veneer and telling people like, you know, that's not gonna happen. Okay.
Surely not, right? Surely it doesn't happen. Well, they still got 7 more to go. I mean, I believe this is an eco buy. And what fashion would it be to win this game on an eco buy? I mean, a thrifty for the finale, that sounds like something that, well, A, shouldn't be done, and B, it's just really, surely tragic.
I suggest you move. Right there. Shield going out.
Toxin screen down.
Jamal.
There's another one that bites the dust here. 2 players down, and they have locked down. Now, question is, can they really turn this around?
Well, seems like contact was made over towards A, but they're actually just funneling out into mid. I like this play, as the dart will also scan for pressure. You kind of flip the map, but who's going to get the better of you? Well, it seems to be Jame. Hello. Get some picks today. It is your day, but who else is here? It's Syntax.
Syntax, Laser.
This is disaster. Look at that, a thrifty to finish it off. Get out the rooms, because we got Hey, sweep!
I wanted my comeback. I want my comeback. I was ready for it.
No.
You finish this up. Let me be upsetty for a bit.
There's something that I always say, and that is, I don't enjoy a blowout, but what I hate more is a fake comeback. So I'm glad that we didn't see this one go, 5 more rounds, because we all knew what the result was gonna be. You can pull it all the way,
No.
but until it crosses the line, no, you don't get any sort of reward. You can mauled all you want, Brian, but it will be VNR winning this game 2-0, as they should have on paper.
The cookie crumbled, the coping, the seeding. I'm here. Ah, man. Ah, man. You know what? All said and done, they did play a very fantastic game in the first game that they played here, moving in for that. And afterwards, I think they just kind of crumbled there when it came down to it, because Icebox is just something that, definitely felt VNR had more experience in. And one of the things I do realize is that people tend to not pick their good maps, not their best maps, their good maps, because when the other team picks their good maps, all of a sudden it's like they have a third pick on the map ends. And so again, surprise, VNR. GG's to that. Definitely an org you want to look out for, but it is not over for the side of Surely Tragic just yet. It's only Surely Tragic for now, but they can surely surpass this later on. They've got a lot of games coming up from them, and this is only, well, technically day 2 of the group stages, so we have a lot looking forward. But I have some news for you guys, because I need you guys to stay in the stream, because in a little bit, actually, coming in later, we are going to have Twisted Saint Esports versus Team Prolific coming online. So I'm excited to see that we have some inclination on who might be casting. Ari, you or me might actually be up and ready for that. Just a wink wink for you guys. But we've got a lot more coming in here as we get that one up. But I am just informed here, Ari, Bamboozler, you hate a fake comeback. Well, this is fake news to you. I'm sorry, we're not gonna be in that cast. Actually, we're gonna get Matt Dante, and we have Notes Corner coming in later on. So you have a little nice rotation of who's coming in later. But in any case, before we go off, Ari, do you have anything to say? I've got a few words myself, but please take it away first. I'll give it to you.
Well, yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say a big shout out to everyone coming in today. This was a blast, and for VNR, yeah, they're going to go up 2 points. I believe it's 2 points. Yeah, you get 2 points for a win, but this is only week 1, right? You still have plenty of time to turn this around. Both teams, they're not out yet by any means. Really, this was just a taste of, like you said, the cookie, it might have crumbled, but there's still time to make another batch. So, yeah, that's going to be it for me. Ryan, take it away.
Right, thank you so much to everyone who's been with us here today. The Reyna's Overdrive is brought to you by our lovely people back at the Reyna's, obviously, but our producers, whatnot, have been Ollie. We have Penguin onto the Observer, of course, Ari, thank you so much for being here. Sheesh, Slane here today on the cast with me, of course, Nitera, and with that being said here, thank you so much to our 2 teams that played here, VNR and Surely Tragic. We'll see you guys in a lot more games coming forward. But otherwise, we're gonna be throwing this one back here. You're gonna get your break, get your lunches, get your dinners, your breakfasts, because we've got another game later on that you gotta prepare for. So, we'll see you all in the Reyna's Overdrive another time.
I am the chosen one, as I feel I ain't tripping on rewind. The blessing I got from the angels around me are really some A1. I am the chosen one, as I feel I ain't tripping on rewind. The blessing I got from the angels around me are really some A1.